At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start the drive with Harris. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Okay, double. Mike, 36. Mike. You are X. Yeah, let's get set.
The slot man in motion right.
36 to Mike. I got it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And a lane slow and materializing there as they get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now he's forced out right. That's complete to John Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
That is definitely what we call a defense and uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. The Steelers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. They'll get 19 yards there, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here we go. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mixing up the middle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Behind. Check, check. Right 80. Right set. Right there. 54. Right there.
From the 22, Burrow forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. This complete to Langford. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Right there, 54, right there.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Penny up the middle, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
McPherson's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Throwing, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Pick me up,
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. McPherson on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One last shot for Jackson. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play.